Hi MBM. What a joy it was to get together on Sunday and to be able to start our celebration series on such a good note. Being able to look back at what God is doing, but also to look forward positively about what the Lord might have in store for us next year. Don't know what comes to your mind when you think about celebration, but for many people, even right at this time, it doesn't feel like a time to celebrate. It feels like the world is pretty tough. If you're a Year 12 student, for example, you're in the midst of exams and it can be pretty stressful. For others, perhaps you're disappointed about the referendum, and still others of us are pretty anxious about what's going on in different parts of the world, in the Middle East and in places like Ukraine. Well, fortunately, when we talk about celebration and even Thanksgiving in the Bible, it's not always couched as a moment just to be overly joyous and zealous and clapping and cheering. Celebration is actually just a response of thankfulness to what God is doing. And as we said on Sunday, God is doing a lot of good things that we often don't recognize, but it's good for us to pause and intentionally think about what God is doing and thank Him for it. There's one thing that's going on behind the scenes that many of us don't know about, and it has to do with a carer support group. Let me just read to you from one of our congregation members. Cheryl says this: "Being a carer for a loved one can be a burden sometimes, which can be hard to talk about. We don't often share this because we are embarrassed, feeling guilty, or frightened of criticism. Yet Jesus tells us to share our burdens." And Cheryl writes, "The carer support group has been such a blessing for me. It has been a safe place where I've been accepted and cared for. I am always uplifted after our meetings and thank God for our time together." Friends, there's things like the carer support group that happens behind the scenes here at MBM for which we give thanks. And over the coming 4 weeks, we're going to give thanks for many other ministries just like this one, because our God is worth praising, even if our emotions don't always feel like it. Hope to see you at church soon.